So good evening. Thank you for being here tonight. So this is your beginners. So we'll take it slow, just like what we usually do on beginners class. So tonight we'll try to work on heart opening sequence. So what is important for us to whenever we do a heart opening sequence is that we make sure that our shoulders are pretty much open. They are fully mobile, and at the same time we want to find extension in the sides of the body because they help in ensuring that whenever we open the heart or whenever we try to create space in the front body, everything feels all right. Nothing feels restricted or constricted, and we are entering into a safe space every time we move mindfully, hopefully, in our practice. So let's begin in an easy seated pose, or rather in your Vajrasana, where you press your shin bones against the mat, and you're seated on your heels. Otherwise, you can always curl the toes under and come up a bit higher. Okay. Then bring your hands on top of your knees or your thighs, palms down maybe, or palms up, whatever works for you tonight. Soften the elbows. Try to stack your shoulders above the hips, finding length in the spine. The chin parallel to the mat. Eyes are closed at this point. And just begin to relax the body, the mind, and the heart. Just allow yourselves to come into a safe space at this point. Never allowing yourself to exert that much unnecessary effort into arriving at a certain place and time in your body. It doesn't work that way. You just have to let nature take its course. And maybe once you do that, once you surrender to the safe space, you allow things to fall into place. So just breathe in and out here as safely and as comfortably as you can. So as you feel safer and much more comfortable, maybe you can notice that your breath can become longer as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, everything feels much more relaxed and soft. Your joints, your muscles, even your expectations. So wherever you are in your bodies tonight, wherever you are in your own mind spaces, know that this is a safe haven that you could always be in. And if at any point there is a need for you to rest, for you to step back, recover, please always embrace that. That will always remain at your own disposal. To soften the face. Let the tongue rest on the mouth bed. Your jaws are relaxed. Your eyes are soft. So you're looking inward. You're finding ways to make this practice, make this space something that is safe, something that is calming, something that will challenge you as you move through the practice, not just on a physical plane, but also on a mental plane. There's always a challenge to relax the mind, relax the heart. It's always a challenge to make sure that you are in the present moment. So if you find yourself traveling away from the practice, just come back. You're always welcome to come back. Breathing in, breathing out. One more here. Inhale. Exhale, maybe open the mouth. Bring your hands to your heart space. Bow down. Namaste. Open your eyes. Hands at the sides. Let's begin. Inhale. Reach your arms over to the side. And up above. Hands to your heart space. Hands down to the side. Once again. In. Exhale. Last one. Changes here. Try not to bring the palms together at this point. Just reach your arms up high. Try to frame your head in between as much as you can. If it's not happening, you can always bring your arms slightly ahead or in front of your face. Okay. Try not to shrug the shoulders. Relax them down. Then as you exhale, just reach your arms to the side. Okay, so you're C-shaping the spine. Your hips remain rooted down there. Your arms reaching to the right side. Come back to the center. Do it again. Stretch. One more. Stretch here. Release your right arm down. Continue the side stretch. So remember to relax the right shoulder. So as you pin your hips down, reach for the right side of the room. And let's further lubricate the shoulder joint here. Rotate the right arm down, all the way to the side. So as you move to the side, you open the palm here. And then your palm faces down the floor. Once again. Slow movements here. No rush. Hold it here first for 3. Try to open the chest just a little bit more. 2. And 1. Okay. Bring your hand to the right side of your head. And just gently pull your left ear towards your left shoulder. And find that stretch in the right side of your neck. Come back to the center. Release your right arm, left arm rather. Thread your right arm under. Okay, and do a crisscross here. Try to open and close your wrists, or rather your fist. Your fingers are being activated here. Try to bring blood there. Let the blood circulate. And also move side to side so that you're not static. Then release and twist. Left hand, right knee, right hand behind. Gaze over your right shoulder if you can. Release everything back to the center. Arms stretch up to over your head to the sky. Then as you exhale, sweep both arms to the left. Back to the midline. Reach to the left. Last one. Release your left hand down. Continue side stretch. Maybe you can deepen that stretch as if the side of your right body wants to detach from the hip area. But do it safely though. Let's circle the right arm, please. Scoop it down. Open the right arm. And then right palm faces the floor. 2 more times. So relax the left shoulder, please. Release right hand, left ear, and just gently, gently pull your right ear close to your right shoulder. Release your right arm across the chest. Left arm now threads under. Just like what you did. Bring some life to your fingers, to your wrists, to your hands. And just move like what you did earlier. Ready for your twist. Release. Breathing in. And then breathing out. Release everything back to the center. Hips lower down. Sweep your legs out to the side. Right or left, doesn't matter. So I'm still facing the screen here. Let's do windshield wiper pose first. So open your hips. Bring your legs slightly wide apart. Knees or your legs are facing each other. So use your hands as an anchor. So bring your hands close to your hips and then push the mat or the floor so that you can find that elevation in the chest. And just gently lower both knees to the right side. Bring them up, left side. So on your own, just move as mindfully as you can. So finding that stretch in the hip area. External rotation with the thighs. So there is opening that is happening here. And a little bit of stretch as well. Now you can try without using your hands, but you have to move a little bit more forward and use your arms. So reach your arms forward so that you have these arms as a lever. Okay. Usually I close my fists here, and then I bring my knees down. Try to bring them up. Try to bring them back. Okay? So if you're having a hard time doing this without using your hands, feel free to bring your hands back down. Okay? And just try. So you have to find your center of balance or center of gravity so that you don't lose your balance so easily. One more onto the right side. And last to the left. So good job. So let's face the left side of your mat. If you're outside the mat because of that movement, just go back. Reset. Knees wide, toes together, bums to your hips. Rather bums to your heels. Then reach your arms forward. Go ahead. Child's pose. Chest lifts. Look forward. Exhale. Chest, forehead, lower down. So just move with the cycle of inhales and exhales. Chest lifts. And everything goes down. The more you walk your hands forward, the deeper that stretch becomes. Especially if you pin your hips down, close to your heels. Slowly find your tabletop pose or posture. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Please curl the toes under. So your spine is neutral here first. We always begin with a neutral spine. Then as we inhale, arch the back, chest moves forward, gaze up to the ceiling, drop your shoulders down please. And then as you exhale, reverse the cycle or the process by rounding the spine, chin to your chest, navel is sucked in. Once again, inhale. Exhale. So again, just move with the cycle of inhales and exhales. One breath, one movement. Make this one a good warm up for your spine, for your shoulders, for your neck. One more. Exhale. Come back to neutral. Okay, walk your knees a bit farther to the back. Okay, you can always maintain your toes curled under. Push your hips back once again. Then as you inhale, move your chest forward. Maybe separate the toes. Then lower the hips down. Okay? Once again, move through the cycle of inhales and exhales. Adding on if you want to. Pausing if you have to. So do it slowly, do it mindfully. If at any point something feels not right, maybe you need to pause and reassess what we're doing. Let's go to your last. From here, lower everything down to the floor. Sphinx. Bring your elbows under your shoulders. Forearms press down. Forearms parallel to each other. Palms are down. Okay, so as you press your elbows down, make sure to lift that chest so that you're not sinking. So resist the urge to collapse into your shoulders so that there's a space between your ears and your shoulders actually. So make sure that your glutes are also active to lessen the tension in your lower back. So once you activate the glutes, once you activate the quads, so there's a bit of contraction there. Notice what happens to your knees. Your knees tend to lift off the mat as you press the tops of the feet down. So whenever you do that, so there's activation in the lower body. Slowly release everything down, relax the spine. One hand over the other. Forehead lowers down, shimmy the hips. One more time. Sphinx. So depending on how open your shoulders are, maybe you have to go a bit wider. But try not to bring your elbows out to the sides because you tend to collapse here. So you want to support your shoulders by bringing the elbows under as much as you can. Okay? So as you breathe in, envision that your chest is moving forward. You don't have to look up if it's too much for the neck anyway. Just bring your chin parallel to the mat. Remember to activate the lower body and continue to breathe. Relax, release. Switch the placement of your hands and shimmy once again. And from here, just flip your body over so that you get to lie on your back. Bring both knees to your chest, hug them tight. Gently massage that spine. Move your knees out to the sides. Bring them close to the midline. So you're creating small circles there. Reverse. Lower both knees onto one side, right or left. Bring yourselves up. Okay. Bring one leg in front of the other. You can use your hands to lift your hips off the mat. Shift your weight forward and cross the legs. Tabletop posture once again. Okay? We start first with the left leg. Left leg reaches back and right leg reaches forward. Okay? So we're taking it easy at this point. We don't need to bring the leg up. But if you want to lift the left leg, go ahead. Okay? So as you reach your right arm forward, so imagine that you're reaching for something there. Then as you extend your left leg farther down, or farther to the back. So there's a stretch that is happening in the back of the left leg. Slowly release your right hand down. Bring your left knee forward once again. Then thread your right arm under. Release your right shoulder down. If you want, you can walk your left hand forward and give yourself a deep stretch there. So notice the hips. The hips tend to move to the side and bring your hips back to the center. Walk your left hand back, push the mat so you can lift your upper body there. Switch sides, right foot or right leg reaches back, the left arm reaches forward. So remember to activate the right leg, activate the left arm as well. Just gaze down, relax the neck. Find your balance there. And release your left hand down. Right knee moves forward. Okay, stretch your left arm under. Left shoulder rests down. Right arm, if you want to, reach it forward as well. Walk your right hand back. Push off the floor. Tabletop posture. Okay? Walk your hands close to your knees. Come sit onto your heels. And then stand on your knees here. Okay? Step your right foot forward first. If you have a wall, like in my case, you can use this as, a way to balance yourself. You don't lose traction or you don't lose your balance. Okay? Otherwise, maybe just work on strengthening the core and just begin to step your right foot forward. Okay? So I'm using the mirror image here. So if At this point, you're feeling something in your left knee. Make sure to cushion your left knee there. Hips remain squared. So stack your right knee above your ankle. Your knee points forward, almost the direction of your second toe. If you want to go deeper, move your hips forward. You can always move your left knee back. Whichever way makes you comfortable in this particular posture. So I'm doing small pulses here. And relax your shoulders by bringing the hands down as if you want to reach for the floor. If you can, go ahead. And come back to the center, please. Arms reach forward and up. And then side stretch as you lower your right hand down. Come back to the center. Side stretch. One more. Go deeper if you want to. Maybe your fingers can reach down, maybe not. Come back to the center. Release both hands down. And just generously stretch your right leg, please. You can always adjust your right heel by walking your right heel a bit more forward. But make sure that your hips remain neutral here. Trying to point my toes. If your toes are lifted, that's okay. Let's work on the hamstrings, as well as the quads. Flex the right foot. The spine is long here. Relunge that right knee. Okay. Pick up your left knee. Your left foot steps forward. Inhale. And as you exhale, just fold it. Try to bend the knees here so you can reach the floor. Maybe grab the opposite elbows if you can. And ragdoll yourself there. Gently moving side to side. Finding that length in the back body. Back to the center. Inhale. You can always bring your hands close to your shins instead. And as you exhale, fold here. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Bend your knees a lot. Slowly we rise. Frame by frame. Arms reach forward. Side stretch. Left hand lowers down. Push your hips to the right as your right arm reaches to the left. Come back to the center. Hands your heart space. Hands down to the side. We'll do everything onto the other side, okay? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Step back. Downward facing dog. So if you're new to your downward facing dog, we're trying to create an inverted letter V, where your hips point to the sky, where your hands and feet are pressed down to the floor, where you want to bring your chest as close as you can towards your hips, your thighs, With your head hang loose, relaxed. If this is not happening, you can always bend your knees, even if your heels are lifted. That's okay. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Lower your knees down. Toes together. Push your hips back. Open your palms. Balasana, chalice. Chest lifts. Shift your weight forward once again. Then lower the hips down. Push back. Move forward. So remember this movement. So we're creating patterns here. We're making sure that the spine becomes very familiar with the movement, so it doesn't get shocked in the process. And as you move a bit more, the next always feels, a little bit easier than before. And release everything down. Remember your Sphinx. Just come back to your Sphinx here. Remember to activate the lower body. And always just stay here. If you think that you're ready to go further, maybe slowly just lift your elbows off the mat. Even if your elbows are a bit bent, that's okay. But maybe, just maybe, if it's accessible without hurting your back, stretch your arms there. It becomes a deeper back bend. You don't even have to go here. If this is not yet available for you, just stay in an easier option. It's still a back bend anyway. Release. Let's neutralize the spine first. Let's come back to the center. Release any tension there. One more time. So take the option that best suits your needs right now. So you call this the seal pose. Remember to draw the shoulders down. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. And release. Line your backs once again. Hug your knees to your chest. Do some rotations one more time. Then drop your knees to the right, baby. Push yourself off your mat. Come to a seated posture. One leg in front of the other. Hands down. Lean forward. So that your hips lift. So as you shift your weight forward, uncross the legs from behind. Tabletop. Okay? And walk your hands back In your heels one more time. Now stand on your knees. So remember your wall. Use the wall, or just maybe, okay, just try. Step your left foot forward. So readjust the placement of your foot. Depends on how wide your hips are, how open your hips are. So wherever you are, adjust what needs to be adjusted. Maybe walk the right knee farther back. Remember the cushion. If it's too much for the knee joint, then relax the shoulders. Maybe pauses, just small pauses first. Then come back to neutral. Okay, both arms reach forward first, then up, then side stretch. Release your left hand down. Come back up and down. One last. Down. Reach up. Reach down. Inhale. Exhale. Half Hanuman. Your half split. So remember, point the toes first. Chest moves forward. At this point, flex the foot. We lunge to the left knee. Okay. Pick up the back knee. Right foot steps in. And as you exhale, just fold. Remember, opposite elbows one more time. Back to the center. Inhale. And then exhale. One more time. Inhale. Stretch forward. Maybe the legs are straight at this point. Exhale. Bow down. Bend your knees. Slowly we rise. Inch by inch. Side stretch. Right arm lowers down to the hip. Or close to the hip. Hips move to the left. Left arm reaches to the right. Back up. Hands to your heart space. Hands to the sides. Inhale. And as you exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, step back. Down dog. So make sure that the eyes of your elbows are facing each other. You have to hug your triceps in. Breathing in, breathing out. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees down. Push back. Child's pose. Up. Just release your legs forward, sitting your hips. So whenever we go for a back bend, whether it's an easy back bend or a deep back bend, you always have to find a way to counter. Okay? So whenever we do extensions of the spine, you have to do flexion as well. Okay? Inhale. And as you exhale, just walk your hands forward. You can grab your toes. You can bring your hands over your feet. You can grab your ankles instead. So whatever works. At this point, take it easy. So though we are trying to make a forward fold, we're not trying to exaggerate the flexion of the spine. Try to move your chest forward. This is one way of countering our kyphotic stance every day. Meaning we are always employing, consciously or not, around the back whenever we are in front of our devices. In front of your wheels, whenever you're eating, we tend to round our spine, our back. So hopefully by doing forward folds properly and correctly, we get to counter everything. All those hours of around the back. So even if that means releasing any grip of your feet and just making sure that everything is much more concentrated onto the spine. It's less on the legs, less on the hips. So even if you're not able to go down, that's okay. Chest lifts one more time. And as you exhale, okay, release. Bend now your knees. Scoot your hips towards your heels. And lie down on your backs one more time. Right knee to your chest. Reach your right leg up to the sky. Right up on the toes if you can. Maybe circle the ankle there. Inhale. Exhale, gently pull your right leg closer to you. Try not to injure yourself. Try not to overstretch. One more time, inhale. Exhale, gently, gently pull as far as you can only. And slowly release. Bend your right knee. Right foot lowers down. Left knee to your chest. Reach up. Once you're ready, inhale. As you exhale, pull. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Shoulders are relaxed. Slowly softening everything down, release. Remember your windshield wiper pose earlier? So let's do it on our backs. lower both knees down. Let this under. Just draw your knees together, feet wide apart. Reach your arms to the sides, palms facing up. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. One last. Exhale. Try to relax here at this point. Soften the body. Soften the breath. Soften everything down. The eyes are closed. The body is relaxed. Stay there. Once you're ready to finish the practice, I'll let you know. If you want to stretch your legs forward at this point, go ahead. Allow some length to happen in your legs. And just release your feet down to the sides. Stay for a few more breaths there, relishing those moments of peace, the feeling of surrender. Slowly connect to the spaces around you. Gently wiggle your fingers, your toes, your feet. Move the hips side to side, maybe your head. Bring some life back to your body so this way. Allow your legs to come together, as well as your arms over your head. Give yourselves a good stretch. Then hug your knees to your chest. Bring your arms around your knees. Hug yourselves tight. Come down to a fetal posture. Right side, preferably. So that you're not putting too much weight onto your left, your heart. That's where your heart is. And then slowly pick yourselves up. Any seated posture. Bring your hands close to your hips here. Palms pressed down, fingers pointing out to the sides. So as you push the floor or the mat, find that length in the spine, elevation in the chest, maybe gaze up to the ceiling. Stay there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Bring your hands to your heart space. Thank you for finding time to open your hearts tonight, for creating space in the front of your body as well as the back, and hopefully it does open your mind and your heart as well. Let's seal the practice with one sound of Om. Exhale. Inhale for Om. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace. 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 Namaste. Thank you. Hope to see you guys again. Same time, same place. Bye-bye.